It's 22nd of May 2023. I'm Jan Dziewior and welcome to my show. We are starting with the news. So last week I didn't do Monday show. I thought I will release 2 songs that I wanted to release some time ago. And I wouldn't worry about Monday show last week. So I thought that will be my show, just by releasing the songs. I'm telling some story. And this week I will try to cover everything that happened last 2 weeks, if it's possible. So I started to play a little bit of football lately, and I think it was a good decision. I'm a little tired all the way through, but I know with time it will make me feel better. I think also my diet helps a lot. I feel results in a little different way that I've been feeling it before. I don't gain so much weight because of it as I did before. So I know that the effort that I'm doing will not fade away. I think it will stay like it always was probably, but I just now have to keep it up, you know. I know that there was some points in my life that I was in good shape. I could do fast and not be too tired about it, but then I started to gaining weight just by living here. So I thought I will change the diet, so I did change it, and I didn't gain a lot of kilograms. I feel I'm not in the best shape, but now that I know how it works, you know, from diet perspective and having a life going certain direction, now I think that I can do better with this, you know, and I can work on muscles more effectively. Because I think with my old way of life, it was all just partially good. It wasn't good effort, it was partially good. So I could eat. It's like, I think, if you want to make poison water, you just need 1 drop of the poison to poison, you know, 2 liters of water. So I think just little things could make my body not do the best it could, but I could work it out somehow. But yeah, so that would be my conclusion about starting to play football. Two weekends ago I was on a small trip. I went to Vlissingen. It's a lovely city by the sea here in Netherlands. Water was very cold. Not a lot of people on the beach over there. Some ships very close to the seaside. And you could see a city in some distance through the water, but I think it's a sea. It's a sea water. It's not lake or something. I think it's a sea water. Weather was really good. It was windy, but it was good. I recorded videos there and I put it into my songs. I think it was a good idea going there. Last week here in Netherlands we had a long weekend. There was a holiday at Thursday and a huge party on the near marketplace. They were singing there, music was loud, a lot of people and alcohol over there. Some people were drunk, some people I don't know. It was hard to go anywhere from there. I got stoned a little bit behind garages and I went for a beer to a bar nearby. It was very fun and interesting. I haven't been here on such a party in Rosendal before. It was very crowded, a lot of people were participating. They were closing shops at 5 and I think they just went straight to the party section, and it was decent, you know. I was alone, but it was nice. So Friday I went to city by the sea in Belgium called Knokke Heist. Not a lot of petrol stations on the way there on the Belgium side that I noticed. I also noticed that the road quality isn't the best. I think my thing about Belgium was they are like old marriage, you know. They set up the apartment or the house at some point 20 years ago and didn't do anything about it since, you know. Not any change about furnitures, wall changes, colors, anything didn't happen, you know. That's what that was my thought about Belgium. So first place I went was a natural reservoir or nature reservoir. The only place I could stop, it was a parking lot right next to this nature reservoir. And when I found out the entrance was 14 euros, I gave up, and I thought it will be a longer adventure that I'm not ready for. So I gave it up on this adventure, and I went more close to the city, and I parked my car near the beach side for 20 euros for a whole day. I thought it was not bad price, and I could see my car from the street, so time wouldn't bother me at all when I would come back from the city. I went by the beach and I noticed beaches there are enormous. They are huge. Very big sand beaches. Something that doesn't happen often is the fact that they have small storage buildings on the beach where they keep their beach equipment. It was very windy, and I think they use also those buildings to keep themselves from the wind. And they can also play some games between those buildings. I saw there a lot of expensive cars. Almost every car seemed luxurious there and dark toned. It looks like a whole mafia, you know, like whole city was one mafia that drives Mercedes-Benz and Rolls-Royces, Bentleys and Range Rovers. I also noticed that people there are easygoing and nice and relaxed. I think they like the lifestyle of living by the sea. So I went from this one district to another, but no parties happening at the time when I was there. A lot of shops. I bought myself sandals, shaving device, and after that I was just walking around and enjoying the city. I spent whole day. I was back at home at about 10 o'clock in the evening, so it was easy. I drank 2 beers and joined. Saturday I thought I will clean my room and go somewhere and make a song. So I went to Stavenice, cleaning my apartment right before. So Stavenice is a city by the sea, 45 kilometers away from where I live now. I went sightseeing over there, and I found a lot of Belgian people right there. I thought I was the only one with the Dutch plates, and I'm not even Dutch, you know. I found no problem there to find a place to sit down and record. It was also good weather, not as windy as Knokke Heist. Good time to spend, good place to spend time with a girlfriend that I don't have. But I will work on that. As much as I will work on that song that I started recording there, I think I just catch the tempo of the sea, I think, more or less, and put some melodies to make it more the dynamic, you know, and I wanted to add a groove bass line to make it more dynamic to the drums part, and some melodies just to make it attractive, you know. And finally, Sunday yesterday, I went on football pitch as I did on Wednesday and last week also. I'm trying to get to some decent shape, and maybe I will try to play for a club here nearby next season. It's just the club near the pitch that I'm spending time on. We will see what future brings. So far I feel I'm making good progress. I gave up on computer games a little bit, to the point that it's not worth mentioning. I started to play Manchester City and Football Manager, but I played maybe 5 games. It goes so easy, you know. I just put tactics on, and they play well, you know. I lost 1 game in the Champions League, but so far it's effortless, you can say. So now it's time for the quiz. Okay, so let's start the quiz. You know them rules. You have time to think about the answer while the music is playing. It's 5-question quiz. It's I think it's going more difficult by the question, and I wanted to choose some fun, not everyday questions, so we can move our brains some direction for a second. So first question is, which country is home to the world's largest rainforest? It's Brazil. Second question. What is the capital of Belgium? It's not Antwerp, it's Brussels. Congratulations for those from you. Third question. What is the highest mountain in North America? The answer is Denali. I thought it's interesting. Fourth question. What is the national dish of Mexico? The answer is so obvious you wouldn't believe it's true. It's tacos. It could be also Dorito. I wouldn't be surprised at that point. Okay, so fifth and final question is, who wrote the novel Moby Dick? I think Tomek should know this answer. The answer is Herman Melville. Congratulations, because I knew you know it. And that was it for the quiz. I hope you had fun playing with me, but now it's time for sports news. So last 2 weeks gave us a lot of football. Leagues are in the stage of finishing the seasons. Champions League and other Europe competitions are going to an end. So let's start with Champions League. Now we are on the semi-final stages, and a game that was very interesting and exciting was Real Madrid against Manchester City. So first match between Real and Manchester City was a battle. First half, Real Madrid had one shot and one goal. Manchester City had chances to score but couldn't finish. Second half, Real played a little better, more effective, but they conceded this time. Kevin De Bruyne was the one who scored the goal. Both teams had chances to change the score and had a win, but it didn't happen. It was a good game of football. Revenge happened on Etihad Stadium, and it was, in my opinion, one-side game. Manchester City was better side and they won the game 4-0. Real couldn't go to their pace, to their rhythm. Citizens were better overall. And they will play the Champions League final in Istanbul. So congratulations to whole team. Second match of semi-finals was Derby de Milano. I thought maybe it was less exciting game because those matches happens in Serie A every season. So you could expect by the just how the league table looks that it would be a match with two clubs that are fighters that will fight for result, and could ended up with penalties in my opinion. But this time Inter was better from Milan, and Inter was better in both games. Both games also happened at San Siro, but first game AC Milan were considered hosts. You know, they played home. I think AC Milan had more tickets to this game, more people that are cheering for AC Milan could go to this game. But AC Milan didn't win, Inter won. They scored 2 goals when I had a break at work. It was 7th and 12th minute. And the result didn't change since. So first game ended up with 2-0 score. And second game was... it wasn't AC Milan trying to win at all costs. They didn't play offensive. I think they tried to catch Inter on mistake and just execute the mistakes Inter would make, but it didn't happen. Inter scored the goal and they kept the result through. They played very well in defensive. They were good at possession game. So AC Milan didn't have an idea to Inter playing this way, and match ended up with score 1-0 for Inter. It was 3-0 in aggregate, and Inter will be playing final with Manchester City. And congratulations for Inter for a good job. They are still fighting for Champions League in Serie A, so I think they are doing good. So the final will be Manchester City against Inter Milan. I think it is gonna be interesting game, but I think the one team that will control the game will be Manchester City, and Inter will be trying to counter-attack and maybe try using they confuse, or maybe they overconfidence because they are winning constantly lately, and maybe they just waiting for them to trip over. I think that will be the case, but I think it will end with a score 3-0 for Manchester City in the final, because they will try to show that they are the best team not only in England 5 times in 6 years already, very successful times. I think they will try to prove that they are good, that they are the best in Europe, and it's no coincidence that they are winning the titles in England, and it's not some conspiracy or something. And in England, Arsenal was leading the table most of the season. I think they were the favorites to win a couple weeks ago. I also think there is a real chance that Arsenal will win the title, but Manchester City couldn't stop winning matches lately. They just kept on winning one after another. They won with Arsenal the game for 6 points, and Arsenal was dropping points, and that's how Arsenal lost the title, The race was extremely exciting in England. When nobody would believe that City can win the title, they proved again that they are capable of doing it, even despite the fact Arsenal had, I think, the best first part of the season. They couldn't keep it up, and when they started to drop points, Manchester City was there with winning the games they needed to win, and they are now champions of the England. Yesterday they were celebrating receiving the trophy, and I was watching it. It was a very emotional moment when Ilkay Gundogan was carrying the trophy to the rest of the team, and I think it was well deserved. I hope it will stay this exciting next years, because it's good to watch that football. In La Liga, Barcelona won the championship. It was obvious for a while. Real wasn't playing excellent at league, dropping points every once in a while. There was no danger from other teams. Barcelona was winning 1-0, 1-0, 2-0. Lewandowski could play better, but also very good season, because he showed us that he can play better. We expect better. Maybe next season will be more effective from him. Maybe that was the first season he just wanted to see how players defend there and how to win some chances with his teammates. Maybe that was just a breakthrough season, and it was very good for him. I think he still can be the best top scorer of the league, so I think it was a good season for Barcelona. And in Germany, last game will show who will win the championship in Germany, Meisterschaft. Borussia and Bayern are tripping over their rivals. Bayern, after Tuchel was hired, can't get to the rhythm, and Borussia can't get the run of wins. They are dropping points regularly, both teams. Not a long time ago, Union Berlin was fighting for the title, but they started to drop points, and now once Bayern is dropping, one Borussia is dropping, and final match will show who will be called champions for the whole next season. I hope Borussia will win, to be honest, to make this league more interesting, to maybe set the bar a little bit higher for Bayern players, so they may not be so sure about winning the title again. And I think it's a good thing for football. It's just competition around. I think it just raises the bar and make football more exciting and more fun to watch. And that was it for sport news. I hope it wasn't so boring. I will edit it so it will look good. And now it's time for music news. I released 2 songs that you can find on my YouTube and Instagram accounts. It's not going big, but I was expecting this, and I just hope it reached people it should reach. It's not for career, it's just for people that want to hear any song from me. I'm not planning to do any adverts or sponsorships. I just want to make fun doing music. So in this segment I also want to mention 2 artists that I'm listening to lately. One I discover or maybe that I enjoy listening or coming back to. This week I will mention 2 artists that I am coming back to listen, that I just remember, and I know that if I press play, it will give me good time going. First artist that I was listening again lately was Grease. He's about my age. I think he has Polish roots. He's making new funk music and I like to listen to his work. His music sometimes is really crazy, but not in a bad way. It's just very quirky and, it's going ways and going back, and it goes to this electric mode, and then it's saxophone, and it's just everything, a little bit of everything, and I really like it, and he puts it in a funky way. So that's about my vibe, I like funky music, that one that can make me dance. He had one album that stays with me more often. I'm coming back to this one very often. The album is called Good Will Prevail, and I will recommend this to the people that doesn't know his music. I will play one song from this album. Let's try from this point. Okay, I think, how can you not like this, I would just jump into this vibe and release everything I have. Okay. Another artist I've been listening to is Evil Nation. It's a band known from song Sail from long time ago, but the album that this song is in is really good and nobody was talking about it. It doesn't disappoint. I know there may be some songs that I don't understand, or I did and I don't again, but in the wrong context every word can be misunderstanding. So I let it go the direction it goes, and maybe it will come back to me after a while and I will try to listen to it again. I think they are doing good job on every album, and lately I was listening to their first album. So let's listen to one of their songs from their album, and not say that you probably know, because that's not the point of this show, not to play you songs that you already know, but songs that you might not know. And I want to be the one who plays you this song, because maybe that's something that you need. That's why you maybe watch it.
1, 2, 3, do you love me? Watch me scream, burning on the trees in amazement. 'Cause I'm on fire. You know, 4, 5, 6, to show you all my tricks. 3, 5, 4, more giants at the door in amazement. 'Cause I'm on fire. Ooh, ooh, 'cause I'm on fire. When I get a light, man. For all the bleeding and the fighting, I just struggle to be gracious. Now we can talk and we can taste it. Gotta get a little light, man. No more running from the hangman. No.
Yeah, I just love this, you know. I love this type of music. It's a little bit of rock, funk, and everything it needs to be what it is. And now it's time for weather news. It's getting long already. But I can confirm that weather is getting so much better. It's getting hot. We see sun more often, and it's going totally summer direction. It's you can hear birds singing and ants all over my room. I have to deal with it. I don't know what to do. I cleaned the floor so they don't carry anything. I don't know what are they doing here, you know. It rains very rarely, maybe the reason why they are here. But that's it for weather news. Now it's time for joke. What does the full glass says to the empty glass? You look drunk. And that's it for today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like so I know you watched it and enjoyed it. And have a great week ahead. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.